All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Fit Insanity Podcast. So, I'm your host, Tay the Great, as usual. So, my co-host Jordan was supposed to be here today. The man couldn't make it, caught a stomach bug. So, shout out Jordan. Also, shout out Sherry, Benny, other co-hosts. I appreciate you guys. If you guys listened to the last episode, like, share, leave a review, let us know what you think. We really appreciate everyone that comes and listens to the podcast, listens to the show. I really thank you guys. The show is doing better. We're in a competition right now on a pod radar, so if you could like, go on there, go vote, try to get Fit Insanity a little bit more recognition. We appreciate you guys. All right, so here, this is just me and you guys again. All right, so we pick up where we left off, maybe like episode 27, where it was just conversation between us, right? So this conversation is going to be about sharpening your mind, just like you sharpen your body. So we all sharpen our bodies in the gym. Everyone wants a six-pack. Everyone wants bigger arms. Everyone wants more strength, right? But what are you choosing to feed your mind? Like, are we reading books? Are we doing puzzles? You know, like, dementia is one of those things where anyone can get it. And I guess as we get older, those are things that you really want to think about. Like, what are you doing to sharpen your mind? You can play video games. I think that actually probably sharpens your mind a little bit. Read books. I don't know, watch a documentary, something mentally healthy for you. Like, all of that can work, right? So your body's gonna follow your mind. So I'll give a quick example on me, for example. So as some of you guys know that's been listening to the podcast, I've been prepping for like a bodybuilding competition. I told myself I'll get on stage just one time. One time, that's all it takes. I'm cool with that, right? So during the prep, I get to like the last 2 weeks. I'm like, I don't know. I feel good. I look fit. Trust me, body fat's low. Everything, I feel good. It's an all natural show. So I'm like, can't take anything. Let's just focus. And like, I wouldn't take too much anyway. But I get to that last week, which is peak week, which if you're a bodybuilder, you kind of know what that means. And that last week, I was 100% unsure what my body was going to look like on Saturday. So on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I went through the processes. I was stressing out. I'm like, I got to just tighten up this waist. Everything else is good. And I remember talking to Victoria at the gym. Shout out Victoria. Just got done with their show, Victoria, Macy, Jessica, Tyler, all you guys. Y'all looked amazing. Y'all did amazing in y'all show. But yeah, no, I wasn't sure. Talked to Victoria. She was like, dude, you probably got it. You're talking yourself out of it. And this is not a win, y'all. So I literally talked myself out of it. And come Friday, right, the day before the show, because I went through the process anyway, I felt great. My waist looked great. I looked at some of the competition and was like, bro, you could have competed. But I talked myself out of it. So had I just allowed my mind to just stay strong and keep going, I would have been fine. I would have probably did decent in the competition. Not saying I would place or anything for the first time, but I would have done decent. So that's just one of those things where I had already put quitting in my head, and if I had not, would have moved forward a little bit better. So ask you a question. When was the last time you did something like that? You were hyping yourself up. You knew you had it. It could be school, work, anything, the gym, a set, a rep, a max, and you literally talk yourself right back out of it. Like, I thought I had it. Maybe I don't have it. But then only come find out a little bit later, this is something that you can actually do. So all the actions in your head, they start with a thought, right? Soon as you get that negative thought, it's a route, right? Once you lose that discipline, it's a wrap. So the strongest muscle in your body, it isn't your chest, it's your mind. When everything gets quiet, that thing's still gonna be racing, right? So let's go with a fitness tip of the week. So we want to talk about today, I want to talk about progressive overload. So progressive doesn't always mean a new workout, right? You don't have to do a new workout to do progressive overload. You can do, like, for example, for me, I've done the same workout for like 6 months straight and just slowly increase reps or weight. That's all you have to do. Progressive overload is just doing more than what you did last time. You want to put a little bit more stress and pressure on those muscles so your muscles can actually carry the load the next time that you want to lift it. You're not going to be able to do it that time, but you're signaling to your muscle, hey, we need more, and it's going to carry the load next time. So always remember progressive overload every time you're working out, right? So next segment, we'll go with the nutrition tip. So my nutrition tip of this week is protein. Always eat protein, right? Eat protein first, right? Because what's going to happen is going to fill you up. And most protein that we're eating isn't high in fat. It's not, you don't get all of the extra stuff that we see in the chemicals, like minus what the stuff that we don't see. I don't know about stuff that we don't see, but in general, protein is really a good source. And protein is different. Everybody finds their like beans and rice, complete protein. Eat your protein like that, or chicken, or turkey, or however you want to do it. But it's gonna fill you up longer, and it's simple nutrition, like really easy, right? So also this week, let's talk about a common gym myth that we've all heard, we've all seen. And one of the gym myths is sweat equals progress. And I know, I know it's not. I mean, you're gonna sweat out, you're gonna have to hydrate, but more than likely you're gonna lose a little bit of weight when you sweat. That's okay. And if you're cutting for something, it makes a lot of sense. But for the most part, it's not gonna equal fat loss just because you sweated. And what's funny is, most of the time when you lose fat, and the actual fat, it comes from gas, aspiration. So I always say, it's a little joke that I'll have running in my house with my daughter. It's like, okay, if someone farts in, it means you lost weight, so it's okay. So if you're aspirating, burp, fart, whatever you're gonna do, hey, you're losing weight, so maybe don't be so hard on yourself. Just go in the bathroom or something. All right, so let's do a quick story time about mind strength, right? So I said this a couple of times, episodes ago. I'm currently getting my MBA. There was a point where I really wanted to quit. I was over it. I'm like, what are you doing trying to start a whole new career right now? Like, you're good, bro. Like, just stick to what you got going on. But, you know, I went through the process regardless, because we don't like to quit, right? So went through the process, ended up, I'm on, like, currently I have one class left, right? But before then I was like, okay, these last 2 classes, and man, when I tell you, it took me a year to pass this class. I struggled. Like, if you've never coded before, you go from health and fitness to trying to do something like that, it was like, I struggled. But it gets to that last point, this last semester, I do the work, and then I look at my grades and I'm like, I turn everything in. I'm like, no, it's got to be right this time. And shout out to the professor. He was good because he wouldn't let me shortcut anything. It was really good. So get to the last thing and the last day, and I look at my grades and it's a F. And I'm like, dang, all that work, I failed, man. Why am I doing this? Like, I already have a good job, I got a good career. I'm good. Just focus on training, have some fun. You don't have to keep doing this. But then, literally, a little bit later in the day, my professor emailed me and was just like, hey, that was an A, not an F. It was a mistake. Grades are updated. Boom. So in that time, I would have quit. It started with a thought, right? I was like, I want to quit. I have Sherry co-host. She hit me up and was just like, just email, see what he said. I did it, and it turned out. So if I had just keep thinking negative, then I would have probably quit. And that's also a lesson for your team and who you keep on your team and who you surround yourself with. Get you somebody that's gonna go get you, man, when you need help. Get someone that's gonna actually be in your corner, that wants to see you win, that actually cares. Be around those people. Those people are the ones that's gonna help change your life, and they're gonna help you have a good quality of life. Because it's just not about everything in life, it's about the quality. You want to live quality. You can make all the money in the world and have a terrible quality of life. And you can make a really little amount of money and have the best life ever. I think it's all about the love you got around you. You accepting it, kind of accept what you have, love what you have, love your life, because the next person could be dying to be in your shoes right now, right? So let me ask you guys a question. If I gave you $1 million to start one habit that would change your life, but it has to be something you love doing. Do you think you could do it? Something that you love, though, not like just anything. Something that you do every day and you're like, I can't live without coffee. I can't live without this. I can't live without that. Would you be able to do it? What if it's working out? Could you do it for $1 million? I mean, but the whole thing is your future's worth more than $1 million. So if there's a habit that you 100% love and you seem to be stuck on and you can't do, then why aren't you changing it? Because it's kind of up to you, right? You really look at it, it's up to you. It's your choice, right? So habits that, for me, like habits that I feel like has helped me and changed my life is I did start to read. I remember being like in the state police, like 23, and I'm like fit, I'm doing my thing like all the time, but I remember I wasn't in school, wasn't doing anything, just going to work, going home, and at some point I was just like, dude, I feel dumb. Like, and it wasn't in a bad way, it was just one of those things where it's like I felt like I was just watching TV when I got off and hanging out with friends, party, whatever. But what was I doing for my mind, right? So at that point for me, I think something that helped change my life and helped me stay after the craving is like at that point I just started going to the library every day, just reading different books, and then eventually I feel like I just got that thirst for knowledge, and I'm like, man, I want more, I want to do better. And the more you fill yourself with knowledge, the more you want to explore, which led me back to Texas, and here we are again trying different things. So here we go. So another thing we can do is a quick would you rather, and this is me talking to you guys, and just you can answer the question, and I'm just curious. So you get like, would you rather have a 6-pack with bird legs or big legs with no ab? Like, I don't know. For me, I've had the opposite. I've had the bird legs before. So if I was to try the other way, I feel like you can always get abs. So would rather I'd probably go that way. Would you rather do cardio every day or leg workout every day? I'd 100% do cardio every day. I don't know about you guys, but 100%. Another 5 a.m. workouts forever or 10 p.m. workouts forever? What would you rather do? Let me know. Like, drop it in the chat, drop it in the comments, or comment on one of the posts. I'm really curious. All right, so moving into a different direction on the show segment. So let's go with a fun fact. So your brain uses 20% of your body's energy, but only makes up 2% of your body weight. That's why nutrition, hydration, and sleep, like those are the things that you should focus on. And your mood, because it uses up 20% of your body energy, your brain, but only makes 2% of your weight. And it's literally probably your brain, your heart, these organs are so important, right? Things that we don't think about, brain food, we party a little bit, drink a little bit, really don't think about protecting our brain, but that's one of those things that we definitely should do. And I'll give you a quote of the week, right? Just staying on topic with the episode. The body achieves what the mind believes. I'll say it again. The body achieves what the mind believes. So this isn't about just positive thinking alone. It's about your thoughts, your effort, your consistency, and your daily actions. So that was the whole thing. I think when we were kids, we all got these sayings, right? And mantras like, don't do drugs. Like, I'd rather eat a bug than a drug, or something like this. So there's other things that you hear when, hey, you can do anything you put your mind to. Like, at some point at adults, we stop believing that we could do anything that we put our mind to. When do you start back believing in you? When do you start back believing in yourself? Like, if you really look around and look at your kids and watch what you're instilling in them, don't touch anybody. Don't keep your hands to yourself. Be nice. Be kind to others. Treat others like you want to be treated. But us adults don't do that, do we? We don't do that. But we teach our kids that. We kind of treat each other bad sometimes. But we'll teach our kids that. But how about we fall back into that? I know a lot of us have been hurt, scorned, everything. But I encourage you, man, like, if you haven't done it, go talk to someone. Talk to a therapist. And if you can't afford a therapist, look, I promise you can probably talk to AI. I'm sure there's free services out there. And then, like, get you a circle, a close friend, somebody that you can trust to talk to. And if you don't have a close friend or anything, like I said, I'm pretty sure, like, you could probably start talking to a random stranger at the gym and make their day, or a random stranger and make their day. Somebody might have been just looking for the information you had to give. Somebody might have wanted to help solve your problem because they've never seen anything like that, or they have been through it and they want to share something. So you just never know. Be kind to others, take care of your mind, be kind to yourself, all right? Every day you have a choice. You can train excuses, or you can train your mindset. You can train your body, or you can train your future. You can train both, right? But your body's going to follow your habits, right? Always remember, we talked about that. The body keeps score, and your mind follows your thoughts. So I hope we got something out of this episode. Looking forward to the next episode. Maddie's going to be on. She's got a great testimony. She has type 1. She's gonna kill it. Maddie's great. She's really strong. She actually, I think Cynthia talked about her in episode 31, the strong girl that gave her the compliment. She'll be on the next episode. So can't wait to see you guys. Until then, stay fit, stay focused, and stay safe.